ALS, or as commonly referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a disease of the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord that control voluntary muscle movements. Those with ALS usually lose motor function within the first 2 years of diagnosis. Approximately 5,600 people in the United States are diagnosed with ALS each year. It's estimated that as many as 30,000 Americans have the disease at any given time. ALS can happen to anyone. Those that are healthy or ill can be impacted. One person did impact was Ida Grace. This is her story.
Tell me about your grandmother. What was she like and what kind of woman was she?
She was the kind of person that you couldn't help but to love. She would do anything for anybody, even if she didn't know you. She would go neighbor to neighbor, where she'd deliver food to people who needed different supplies in the neighborhood. She worked at the church. She was a Eucharistic minister there. She'd pretty much take the clothes off of her back just so you would stay warm.
Ida was like a mother to Nicole. Then the unthinkable happened.
How did you find out she was sick and what did she tell you?
The first thing she said is, "It's going to be hard, but I'm not going to be around next year." And I didn't get it. Now that I'm thinking about it as we're talking about this, she kind of wanted me to have the heads up, knowing, especially since I was a kid, I wasn't going to be very strong. I wasn't very strong back then either. And I sat there and I was very pissed. I was angry. She was my mom, virtually. She took care of me every single day, and it was as if somebody was just ripping my heart out and telling me that you're not going to have the person that takes care of you anymore.
In late 2004, Ida took a turn for the worse.
When was the last time you spoke to and saw your grandmother? What did you say to each other?
So I went to the hospital, and everybody had left the room because nobody could see her like that. She had tubes in her mouth, her eyes were closed, and it was like a little bit of a shell of a person just sitting there. And you see, all the machines keeping her alive, and you see that she's breathing, but she can't talk to you. And I asked her, "Does it hurt?" And she started to cry. And I said, "It's okay then. It's okay. You don't need to be in pain. You don't need to sit there and try to stick around for everybody else," because I'm pretty sure that's what she was trying to accomplish, was to be there for everybody else. And I told her it's okay. At 14, you don't really understand what that means. It's okay, you can go. But she was crying. She couldn't even speak for herself, but you could tell that she just didn't want to do it anymore. So I told her I loved her, gave her a kiss, and I walked out. The next day she was gone.
Every year, Nicole does all she can to keep Ida's memory alive.
So what do you do to promote awareness for ALS?
I have a team that participates in the Westport Walk every single year. We just finished our second year. In between the 2 years, we've raised over $7,000, which is a big blessing. Most of that came this year when the Ice Bucket Challenge came around, which was a very big blessing to the cause. It raised millions of dollars, and it jumped our goal from last year, double it, in a matter of, I believe, 2 weeks. So that was a huge deal. But next year, when it's no longer a thing and everybody kind of forgets that it's part of the social media scene, we still have to raise money. This money still needs to go to taking care of the patients, the caretakers. Everything that we raise goes towards wheelchairs, towards in-home aids, since people can't feed themselves or care for themselves. It goes towards different physical therapies, different machines, and things to help them manipulate the objects as best as they can. Things to type if they can't speak anymore. All of this money goes to people who are pretty much in a battle that they know that they're going to lose. So if you want to, of course, you can join our team in Westport every year. We'll be doing it again next year. It's Team Ida Grace, and that will be in October. And in January, on the 24th, there will be a Sound Tigers awareness game, so you can go to that in Bridgeport. There's different events that we have throughout the year. Besides the walks, we have, silent auctions where we'll have signed pictures of different celebrities, and we have, different wine bottles that we'll auction off. Just little miscellaneous money here and there. It all eventually accumulates into so much. Every year we have a crafts fair that we'll try to raise money for. All of the funds from renting your table goes directly to the Foundation for Connecticut. So if you want to get involved, you can always look up the local chapter, which is in Milford.
Help join the cause of people like Nicole to help stop ALS.
If you can talk to your grandmother one more time, what would you say to her?
I would tell her thank you. I mean, what else can you say? She made me who I am, and, there's been a lot of tough times, a lot of bad things that happen in people's lives, and I hope that she's proud of what's been accomplished and the kind of person that she made, but I just want to say thank you, because you don't get to, and you don't realize that until it's too late. So I hope she knows that I'm thankful, and I want her to know, and I would love for her to know how grateful I am that she was around for that short 14 years of my life, but she was probably will be the most influential person I've ever met.